Racing with 5 lanes? Well, everybody seemed to like that. Back with more, this time with the fantasy cars. Hey everybody, I'm Brendan, and you can see them all splayed out on the track there and ready, and we'll jump into our first group of 5. On the near side here, the Diora, coming out very weak and wobbling through the lane through the first hairpin, and coming out in the front is the Shredster, right behind, well, not so far behind, but here comes the Solar Reflex, turning that corner on the inside and really gaining some ground here, and he's way out in front. That's a few lengths. That will be an easy win for the Solar Reflex, and he will be the first of 10 to move to the semifinals. Another set of 5 cars, Muscle and Blown in there, and he will be sitting in lane 4. And remember how it works this time. We trim it down to 10 cars. Those 10 cars go in heats of 2 up against each other. And at the end, 2 cars emerge from those 2 heats and will compete in the finals. A good finish for the Roger Dodger right there. He will move on. In lane 4. Power Pipes in the far lane. Drift King in the near lane, and look at him come out slow, but now really gain back ground here, up a few lengths. Who we got in lane 4? Well, that's the Ollie Rocket, overtaken quickly by Ultra Rage, and to the final draft, and it's going to be an easy win for the Drift King. No trouble at all there. Once he got out in front and was able to meet with those hairpins, things got a lot easier. You know, the Drift King will be much stronger around corners, and you see it for sure. Another set. We have a gold vehicle right there in the middle. That is the Unobtainium. And we'll see if he can obtain a victory. Right now, not looking so good. Hesitated at the beginning of turn 1, and that's going to be detrimental. But here he comes, right back with acceleration in straight 3. Passes right by the other 2 as they slow down, and, well, he'll actually obtain the win. Strong finish for the Unobtainium. Mach Speeder also struggling there. Lane 2 really hit a couple bumps and slowed down, and it all went pear-shaped for him. Side draft on the near side here as we go to the next set of 5. Retroactive also in there, the middle lane, and starting strong, few lanes ahead. And what about the Imparable as well? No vision on him, coming up in last place. Now he's back to 3rd place, moving fast into 2nd, but will it be enough to overtake first? No. Retroactive. He stays active through the race. Ooh, next set of 5, and we have the Faradox in there. Remember the Faradox back from that one corners course with 4 hairpins and just a nice set of long straights back in the duck and roll era of races and fun. And remember, the Faradox is really good at come-from-behind wins. Right now, slowing down here into straight 3s. In 3rd place right now, and not climbing fast at all, and the GM Ultralight. And that will be the car to win it all, at least in this heat. Sad to see the Faradox not come across in the front, but well, there are faster vehicles out there today. Also a different track type, which is going to be a switch up there. Grand Cross coming out into the lead, but quickly overtaken by the Erkenstein in that far lane. An odd-shaped car engine out on the top, but still able to hold good speed. Here comes the Grand Cross trying for a second push at the end. He's neck and neck with the Erkenstein, now ahead by the length. Can he hold it through? Yes! Even some look from Diesel Boy, but was not able to overtake. Now that's a classic Faradox come-from-behind win. And we got another maximum leeway coming up in lane 1 here. Gets the inside hairpin. And Rocket Fire, well, coming out as strong as the name suggests. Look at him, way ahead. I don't even think we'll get a final push from any of these vehicles to even look at first place, even think about first place, and that's for sure. That was the most dominant finish we've had so far today. Rocket Fire will be a car to look out for as we head to the finals. Another rocket-oriented vehicle, the Power Rocket. Will he perform in the same way? Seems like he's got twice the boost back there in the engine department. But not so fast through the first turn. This is going to be tough for him. Track Ripper, on the other hand, ooh, he had the lead, but wheels were up there on the ledge into straight 3. That's not going to look good, but 16 Angels capitalizing on that move. And he will be the one to advance. Track Ripper had it all in the bag and let it go in the final straight. Look at the car there in lane 2, the sidekick, rolling out into another heat. And very solid color for sure. Almost caught me off guard when I saw it the first time, but he's really kicking out there. Finally, another look from a different car. Drift King trying to get some action in there, but the sidekick, again, a dominant performance. It's probably the second most, with the exception of the Rocket Fire. But it's enough to move on. We have 10 advancing to the next round. First to win 2 races will advance to the finals. Remember, when we hit the semifinals, things get a little bit more difficult out there as far as moving on. You need to perform under some sort of consistency to be able to compete in the finals. And the finals demands even more. 3 races to win in that section. Right now, the Drift King coming out strong here through the second straight. Unobtainium pushing from the right side. He's about a hood length behind, but he drops back at the end. Drift King picking up the first win of this round. Can he sweep it? Comes out of the gates, not very strong. Drift King dropping back behind the GM Ultralight. And remember, also dominated his group back earlier on today. Drift King now coming back for a push. Here he goes by a length. Can any car catch up? GM Ultralight pushing in yellow lane, and he's got it by maybe a hood length. I think so. My question is, what's happening to the sidekick? Low speed, for sure. Grand Cross also in there in lane 5, and looking like he's about mid-pack right now. Seems to be the Drift King and the Ultralight putting on the show today. Unobtainium obtaining third at best. Ooh, bobbles through there. Wheels go up on the rails. Drift King coming through in the yellow lane. And that's going to be a win for him. That second win pushing him right to the finals of today's tournament. We have a car stuck up on the track. You can see the camera panning over. And who is stuck? It's the Grand Cross. Somehow he ended up hood down and wheels up. Not what you would expect from a car who was able to squeak into the semifinals. Here we go, the next 5. Rocket Fire, 12 Angels in there. Retroactive. Roger Dodger and the Solar Reflex. Remember, the Solar Reflex was actually the first car to win a heat today. Came out from Heat 1. And won pretty easily, if I do say so myself. Retroactive, though, holding a lead here. The first win coming to Retroactive in Heat 2. Or Round 2, if you want to call it a set of heats. Terminology is up to you, but my surprise is turned towards the Rocket Fire. Where is he in all this? Well, maybe the second race will show us. Solar Reflex actually taking a commanding lead right here. Rocket Fire trying to push back here in the middle lane. He's got green lane, and here comes some acceleration. Any look from Retroactive? He has a look, but it's not fast enough. It's 1 length behind. And that will be Rocket Fire. And you'd expect him to get at least 1. I do change lanes a final time. And, well, might not be a final time if we see a look from a car who has not been able to hold the lead so far in this round. Solar Reflex again, coming out strong. Can he hold strong? Right now, not looking like it. Rocket Fire again in the 3rd straight, showing at the end. Does he win by a hood length? I can't tell. Man, that was close. But I think the Rocket Fire lights show up for the Rocket Fire, and he's gonna get it. Rocket Fire, by a minute margin, is going right to the finals. Rightfully so. He's definitely one of the best ones out there today, but I would have liked to see the Solar Reflex give him a run for his money. Drift King and the Rocket Fire, finals. Here we go. First to win 3 races. This will be a grind for either vehicle and demands a lot of consistency out there on the track. Drift King, ooh, very strong through the first turn. He's got long length on the Rocket Fire, who's not giving up yet. Here comes the Rocket Fire at the final straight. The bumps down the hill, but it's not enough to catch up. And that will be one for the Drift King, who is already off to a good start in the second race of the finals. Ooh, Rocket Fire finally taking a look towards the lead. First time he's been in the lead all of the finals. And here he comes down the blue lane. Lost it for a second, but now he gets length. And the Drift King's gonna fall quite short this time. And we're even at 1. Changing lanes again. We always like to shift around each of the 5 lanes, demanding that you be a protege of all of the possibilities here in the 5-lane race. Sponsored by the Mushroom Kingdom, who has done a great job putting on this colorful show. Rocket Fire again. And now he's up 2-1. Started shaky, but grabbed length here in the recent couple of races. Drift King, again, accelerating out to an early lead. It's been like that all day. Rocket Fire actually dropping back, and we might get a 2-2. Rocket Fire, he does have a chance at the end. Drift King is slowing down in the last straight, but not nearly enough. And we're even at 2. Oh, it's a sign of 2 very even racers. They do split lanes this time, really giving each car their space. And we'll head to that first turn, and Rocket Fire coming out much stronger this time. Drift King actually speeding up here through the second turn, and we're about even. Which car's gonna come out with length at the end? Blue lane, yellow lane, Rocket Fire edging ahead by a hood, and he will win. And that will do it. Rocket Fire taking the Fantasy Car 5-lane race. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you in the next Races and Fun video.